Hello everyone, I'll Survive here. Welcome to the Great Pyramid. We are here, the very final level of Tomb Raider 1, and we are fighting the famous torso dude mutant Atlantean person. And I'm going to take care of him using my Uzis and using the well-known and well-tested jump from corner to corner method without falling off into the lava like I nearly did. And I am going to holster Lara's weapons actually when I run to each of the corners, because I find that she sometimes gets a little bit disorientated, can veer out of control if she's shooting while running. So that's why I'm not going to be shooting while I'm repositioning myself. And gosh, you are getting too close for comfort. So just keep side jumping, and there is a huge lava pool down below and a very, very long drop, as I'm sure many of you will know, so make sure you don't die. It took out Natla, hashtag, or did it? We'll find out. You may remember in the cutscene, took some damage there. You may remember in the cutscene at the end of the last level, Natla was thrown down there, and presumably to her death. But we may be seeing her later on. Spoiler alert. Gosh, I don't know how many shots this guy takes to kill. Oh, that many apparently. Were you counting? That is how many Uzi shots it takes to take care of torso mutant dude. And he does have a very, very long, slow death. But let's watch it. There we go. He is done. He is taken care of. There are only 2 baddies in this level. You may already know who the next one is. But 2 baddies, although it does count as 3 kills, surprisingly, because, well, I will explain why later on. Grab all these Uzi clips if you want them. There are plenty here for you in the corners of the room, or the platform, or whatever we're calling it. But honestly, we have so many Uzi clips at this stage in the game that I really don't think you'll need them. Gosh, what have we got? 2,822 left now, and as I mentioned, there is only 1 enemy left in this game. But grab them if you want them. Let's be thorough, let's be completist. Come through this open doorway and slide down this slope. There are a couple of ways to go, but actually the first way we want to go is down this little slope here. To this movable block, you will be able to hear some spiked doors clanging in the distance. Do not fear, we will be seeing them. But before we do, we need to push this block through. I think, one more time after this, 3 times in total. It's a Tomb Raider 1 level. Where would we be without the block pushing, right? That will reveal this corridor up here that we need to come up in order to push another block, which is waiting here. And this is just in the room that we were just in. So push that forward once, and we have now cleared a path. Well, we've cleared a path, and we've also made it possible for us to vault up on top of this block so we can climb up and jump over onto here. And there are the teethed doors of death. Teethed doors? Tooth doors. Spiked doors of death. Don't go through them, you will die. Well, we need to go through them, but don't get speared by them. Wait for them to sort of come together like that, and then zip on through. Don't fall on the cracked tiles. I think they just drop you back down below, though. You probably won't die. And then come through to this next room. We've got some more block pushing and pulling action. So let's crack on with it. We want to come right first down into this corridor and follow it all the way around to the bottom, and then push this block forward once. It will make sense why in a minute. Hang tight. Push that forward once. At least I think it's once. Yes. Thank you, Lara. We can push it no further, and then go back on yourself all the way back up this sloped passageway and back round. And now we can come down through this doorway. Here is the block that we have just pushed through into the corridor. So hop on over it and over to the other side. And I think we pushed this forward 3 times in total. I must say, I've practiced this level a lot. This is one of the hardest levels I've ever had to get through without using a med pack. I don't know if I will do it without dying. I will do it without using a med pack, that is certain, because I can reload, but whether I will do it in one sitting remains to be seen. And I think the reason is there's up to 50 to 75% force damage. So we don't end the level with very much health unless I am super, super, super lucky. There's this dart trap that's the biggest problem, and a big fall. And we will take damage on the big fall, and we probably will get hit by the darts. I've not yet practiced this level without getting darted. Okay, there is a drawbridge there on the left, and we need to do something a little bit weird to get that to come up. That will be the first secret of the level. But the first thing we want to do is not hit the lava and do a standing jump onto this indented tile, and then do a standing jump over to the next indented one, and then hold the warp button, do a running jump over to the next indents, and now a timer has started. If you turn back, you'll see the drawbridge is now raised, and that's only raised for a limited time, and I'm going to Die. Oh, dang it. I wonder if I can still make it. Don't come this way, whatever you do. We're on a time limit. As I said, we need to get back over there, and I want to do it without death. Let's see quite how long this timer is. Jump over to here, and then jump through the door. And you can still make it. There we go, children. That is how you do it, even if you mess up like I did. You can still make it, so rejoice. And you can grab the very first secret of the level. What did we have? Some magnum clips, was it? And some shotgun shells, and a large med pack. Oh boy, this does not bode well, does it? What was I saying? Can I do this without dying? Probably not. Okay, the drawbridge, there we go. It has dropped down now, and that is what this lever is for. This will bring half of it back up again, I believe. Let's go and have a gander. And no, it's in fact not do that. Have I bugged out the game? I've never actually been this late to the room and had the drawbridge drop again. So okay, there we go. Right, so I presume, so if it goes down completely, I guess push the switch down, then pull it back up again, and maybe that drawbridge will stay there forever now. I'm not sure. We'll find out. Gosh, it's going great, isn't it, this level? Do a standing jump over to here. And then do a standing jump over to here. And then I'm going to go this way. Now we can go over to this side. Because I want to try and avoid that spewing lava stuff. And even though it doesn't take very much health off you, health is at an absolute premium in this level. So preserve it where possible. Okay, speaking of preserving health and dying, if you come slightly up this slope and then immediately roll and then run back to avoid the boulder, do not get crushed. You can then run all the way up here. Quite a few boulders in this level. In fact, there's quite a lot of everything, to be honest. This is a real test of everything you've learnt in the entirety of Tomb Raider 1, including how to avoid boulder traps. This one triggers a little bit later, and it triggers here. So trigger it, and then run like Zavind, and come in through this doorway. Whew, my beating heart. And now you can proceed with ease and follow this stony passageway up to the top, and then turn left, and you may just be able to hear the Ski-On machine clunking in the background. We're going to go grab it, or rather not grab it, as you will see. Step on that breakaway tile and then dangle here. And this is the huge drop where we're going to take off a huge chunk of health, like a fifth of Lara's health bar there. And we're now back in the Ski-On room. There it is. We don't pick it up, we have to destroy it, unfortunately, very dramatically, and that's going to destroy this whole building, so we need to haul ass and get out of here. 2 mutants are going to trigger when you come in this room, so very bravely ignore them and drop down here as quickly as you can, and then roll, and then dangle, and drop down into this lava-filled room as the whole building collapses around you. Do not fear, I'm Lara Croft. Okay, there is the dart trap that I was speaking of earlier. If you do a running jump and grab over to here, and then just start shimmying, I have not yet found a way of maneuvering Lara through this dart trap without getting hit. I think you will get hit at least once by each dart, and there's really not much you can do about it. Oh, that one didn't hit me at all. Happy days. Got hit off that one. And then when you reach this spot, you'll have to drop down onto a sloped tile that you need to backflip off, and then immediately you need to hop back to avoid yet another dart trap that may or may not get you. And I don't think there is really any way of controlling whether it will or not. And unfortunately, it does take off quite a lot of health if it gets you. So I wish you luck. Let's see how we do. Drop down, slide, jump back, and then land, and then hop back. And yes, youchie, that was a big chunk of health. We got hit. Oh well, this is how you do it. Okay, more death to come. We've got spikes, we've got a swinging axe, and we've got a boulder, FTW. If you come down to about here, a boulder will trundle down behind Lara. So don't let that squash you. And now we need to jump past this axe onto that free tile there. And you don't want to step too close to the edge because that axe can still get you. And I'm wondering how close we can actually get. Yeah, that's probably the closest. Wait for it to swing all the way over to the left, and then do a standing jump over. And now hold the walk button down so that you can maneuver Lara through these spikes without getting killed. And there is spewing lava. If you try and stay to the center of this tile, although I did get lava twice there, what's that about? Oh boy. Yeah, as I was saying, it will keep you perfectly safe if you stay in the center of the tile. Not. Right. More spikes, breakaway tile, jumps of death, you know the drill. Come to the top right hand corner of this tile, and then do a standing jump over to the breakaway tiles, and then immediately jump through into this doorway, and you won't die. Okay, lots of goodness across the way there, you may just be able to see. That is the second secret of the level, and we're going to go grab it now. And I think if you come to roughly about here, he says, not very confidently, roughly to about here and do a standing jump and a grab. You can grab the almost invisible seam and shimmy over to the right. And I will admit that I couldn't find that seam when I was practicing this level for the first time. And I did actually do the jump and hold action, and Lara didn't grab the wall. And I thought, oh, that's obviously not the way you go. I will see what Stella has to say. And I looked on Stella's walkthroughs, and apparently I was doing the right thing, just apparently not at the right angle. So if in doubt, go to Stella. That's my recommendation. Or just try harder or better than I did. And then you can shimmy to here and drop down, and you can collect the second secret of the level and get all the Uzi clips that you probably don't need, and get all the large med packs that you certainly don't need if, like me, you are doing a no med pack run of this game. So there we go. And then you can walk to the edge here and do a standing jump onto the slope, and then do a jump backwards to land here. And I'm just going to step backwards holding the walk button to try and avoid the lava, although it got me again. Dang, this really is a lava-filled day. Okay, let's see what else can kill us in this joyous level. We've now got some breakaway tiles, a boulder trap, and a swinging axe. Should be easy, right? This is my method for getting through here. I'm going to do a standing jump to here first, and then do a backflip. And I'm going to get rid of these tiles as well. I want to clear that way so I can do a running jump. We need to get through the doorway that's behind that axe on the right-hand side. So I'm going to do a hop back. And as soon as the axe swings away, I'm going to do a running jump and zip on through. Wow, and we made it without getting crushed or without getting axed. Brilliant. But hang fire, we could still die. There's a boulder here. Come down this slope. There is a small med pack. Don't grab it, you will die. And come through this doorway. I don't believe it's possible to get that small med pack before the boulder kills you. So if you find a way, do tell me. I'd love to see it. All right, here's the next thing that could kill us. And this seems to be a little hit and miss. Quite literally. I'm going to walk to the very edge and the center of this tile, and I'm going to wait for the axe to go through the center before I begin the slide. And most of the time I get through without getting hit, but I'm recording, so this will be the time where I lose all my health probably. So here we go. Wait for it to go through the center and then slide. Yay, we made it. And then jump at the end and land here. And then there's another boulder. Of course there is. All right, so now we can land here. And now here's a trap we've not seen yet this level. Lava of Death. So just run through confidently and come to this small med pack that you can collect safely. Nice if you want it. And then run through this way and avoid that lava there. And then come and pull this lever. And this opens a door through to a perfectly safe area that will not kill you. But before then, grab these Uzi clips if you want them that are waiting at the end of the corridor. And then roll, and we can face the next onslaught of challenges, which is a double set of boulders. This one will start hurtling towards you as you're running, but do not fear. It probably will miss you as long as you keep running. And as you will see, there is one directly ahead. And in order to avoid this, you need to be a little bit crafty and quite brave. There is lava down below. Don't think that hole will save you. Do a standing jump and hold action, and Lara will just by a gnat's whisker grab the edge and survive. Phew. Are we out of the woods yet? Not at all. Come around here to the right, because here's my next favourite part, the fire trap. And obviously I don't believe in trying to do Tomb Raider games by glitching through them at all, but just saying, pro tip, that if you save your game here and reload it, the fire traps will disappear and they won't come back on again. So I am absolutely not recommending you do it that way, cough splutter. But if you want to, that is a method you can try if you're having trouble. But okay, let's try do this the legit way. Stay to the right hand side and do a standing jump over, and then immediately do another standing jump, because even though you won't catch fire, you will lose some health. And then do a standing jump past that one, you'll lose a little bit more health. And then sticking to the right, do another standing jump, and then another final standing jump to land here. Okay, we've got more health than I was expecting, not gonna lie, so let's see how we do. Okay, we have one more secret to grab. We've got a breakaway tile, and we've got a swinging axe. How on earth do we avoid that? Glad you asked. Come to the very edge here, walk very gingerly to the edge of the platform, then hop back and take 2 steps back and do a running jump from here when the axe is in the very center. Let's see how this goes. All right, it's in the center. Go running jump, and then hold jump again, and you'll make it through to the final secret. Phew, what have we got? We have a large med pack and some Uzi clips, which are kind of camouflaged into the tile, so do put your glasses on if you need them. There we go. Right, that is the final-ish trap of the game. We now just need to get down to that water to safety. So if you come to the very edge of this tile and do a standing jump, Lara should be perfectly aligned to fall through the water. Okay, and there are some Uzi clips waiting for you here on the bottom. And if you find this passageway, I'm getting really nervous now. We have to fight Natla. Natla is back, and oh boy, did I have trouble with this. Trying to find a method of getting through this without using a med pack. Very, very hard. Possibly the hardest baddie I've yet to fight on a no meds walkthrough. There isn't really a foolproof method to this that I have found. She has a hit scanning attack of fire bolts that will hit you wherever you are. No matter what you do, there is nowhere to hide. There are a number of doorways you can get up into, but she's flying. She will fly in and get you. There is no safe spot. I tried to kite her into here and go in the water, and nothing deters her. So I'm going to use the method that Badass Games used, and I'll describe it now. If you come into this room, she'll already have triggered. We get the scary music. You may even see or hear her shooting. We want to try and keep her as high as possible. So if you come roughly to about this spot and then turn and start shooting, and she's already getting way closer than I wanted, so this method is already going wrong, but let's see. I'm going to side jump to try and avoid her fire attacks. And actually, if she stays perfectly still, this could work out really nicely. This wasn't the method I was going to show you, because I'm recording, so of course it didn't work out. But the old rule is that, as with the centaur creatures, if you're, what was I saying? If you're side jumping, you will avoid the fireballs, but she's going to come back to life, so don't think you're safe yet. And she may even come charging towards us. I don't know if I'm at a safe enough distance from her, but start shooting as soon as you hear her talk, and then start side jumping left and right. I'm hoping she will stay just there. I don't really want her to come closer. She may charge you, and you could take quite a lot of damage, but just keep shooting and just keep praying. And she is taken care of. She is dead. She is the final baddie of the level. We are done. Phew. Okay, all we need to do, he says, all we need to do is get out of here without death. And I'm going to show you where there are some more Uzi clips that you will not need. You're never going to use them unless you like shooting thin air. But if you really want them, there's a few sets up here. There are, gosh, didn't realise there were that many. There are 3 sets there. And how many are there here? 3 more sets. Great. Just what we need at the end of a very long game when there are no more baddies to fight. But there we are. They are there. I know that if I didn't show you them, there'd be a comment somewhere down below saying you missed the Uzi clips. So there you are. Person who was going to make that comment, I didn't. They're right there. And I'm not going to miss the doorway either. It's up here. Do a standing jump and do a standing jump and hold action from here, and you can hop down into this passageway. And basically we need to scale the entire room and make our way up to the top so that we can get out of this place. So follow the corridor around. It may take quite a while, but we're in no hurry. Even though the room is shaking, we're not in any danger. Standing jump and a grab. I probably should have done a running jump there, but we're still alive. It's definitely a running jump over to this next one, I think. So head on over there, and then you can do a, what should we say? A running jump. Let's do a running jump over to here and smash Lara's face into the wall. Then hop up and, hello? Shimmy? No. Hop up and grab and pull up and follow the passageway around up to here. And climb up that step, and then do a standing jump and a grab if you're feeling fancy, and hop up onto this platform. And I'm walking, I'm being overly cautious. You can roll here at the end and then hop down, dangle. And now we need to do some more jumping. Let's have a look. It's definitely a running jump over to this one. I died several times while practicing, very frustrating. Do a running jump. It always feels like you'll overshoot, but you won't, trust me. Is it a running jump over to that next one? Let's find out. Do a running jump over, don't die. We didn't die, I love it. And then one final running jump, and I believe a grab as well, over to that next tile. And then hop on up. We're nearly at the top, we're nearly there, kids. Okay, come to this spot here, and vault up. And follow the passageway round as the whole place crumbles around you. And up here, and we've got a little step you can pull Lara onto. And then run up this slope passageway and then down this very long corridor all the way down to the end. Roll at the end if you like, and then grab and hop down onto this tile, and then turn to the right, and there, ladies and gentlemen, is the exit. So do not die. Wouldn't that be funny? Hop back and do a running jump over there, land with ease, crash into the wall, hop up, And this is the very final passageway of Tomb Raider 1. Right, here's my inventory. Let's look at what I've got left. We've got 18 shotgun shells, 1,920 magnum shots, 3,883 Uzi shots. I've got 59 large med packs, and I've got 56 small med packs. So that's how many there are in Tomb Raider 1, apparently. Those are my final stats. And yes, all you need to do, you don't need me to explain this, run forward and slide down and head towards the darkness and rejoice. Congratulations, you did it, but perhaps I could have been faster. It only took me a year, but I have finished Tomb Raider 1 without using a med pack. There we go. It doesn't say it on the stats screen, but I've got it all recorded as proof. There we go. 3 kills. Natla's 2 forms apparently count as 2 kills. So when she's Firebolt Natla, that is 1 kill, and when she's dart shooting, you can't get rid of me that easily, Lara, or whatever it is she says, that's another kill. So I don't know if that's an error in the game or whether it's intended or whatever. We got all 3 secrets, and it only took 20 minutes, and I didn't die. Is this the only level in Tomb Raider 1 that I haven't died on, apart from caves? I'm not sure. I'll have to watch back. If you have watched this entire walkthrough, thank you so much. Oh, there's another little cutscene, and I'll talk over the credits. So let's just watch the final cutscene play out. The end, it certainly is. Gosh, Tomb Raider 1, I started it last April. It's April now, it's taken me a year. That was a whole year of Tomb Raider 1. Very, very small development team, 1996, core design. Wow, Paul Douglas, Gavin Rummery, Jason Golding, Toby Gard, Heather Gibson, Neil Boyd. Who else have we got? They did the graphics. Martin Iveson, Nathan McCree, the famous Nathan McCree. Brilliant, brilliant game. Really enjoyed it. Haven't played it all the way through since I was probably a teenager myself. I think 17, and I'm 34 now, so half a lifetime ago if you're me. Yes, I will be doing more Tomb Raider walkthrough videos without using a med pack. I have stated that City of Vilcabamba. I have stated that I want to try and do every single Tomb Raider level ever, and that is still my plan. It may take me years, but that's what I want to do. And I've decided that after Tomb Raider 1, I'm going to do 2 Tomb Raider games consecutively. So I'm going to do them at the same time and keep alternating between them. So I might do 1 level here, 1 level there, 2 levels here, 2 levels there of each game. And which games will they be? You'll have to wait and find out. I think some of you will be pleased. I hope you will be. In fact, I will tell you, I really want to play through Tomb Raider Chronicles. And I know it's not everyone's favourite game, but it's probably my favourite classic Tomb Raider game. And I've been desperate to play it for a while, but I know there's probably not much of a demand for it from many people. I know that Tomb Raider 2 is such a fan favourite. So what I will say is, not very discreetly, I don't think fans of Tomb Raider 2 will be disappointed either with my plan going forward. No timescale promises. My life is crazy. As you know from if you've watched previous videos, I hold down several jobs and I live in a boarding house where I look after kids. So finding time to practice and record is very difficult. And also finding the energy and the motivation at times, not going to lie. Because even with these last 4 levels that I've done, I realised that that's actually the equivalent of playing about 20 levels because of the amount of times I play them through to practice. And sometimes I have to do multiple recordings of each level because various things go wrong technically that no matter how much planning you do, it's very often I have lots of dropped frames, or there are audio errors and all kinds of things. So I think It's a Madhouse from Tomb Raider The Lost Artifact is my record for the most number of records. I think that was about 7 because there were just so many technical errors, and that was a particularly difficult game to get running. Anyway, I'm not moaning, I'm just sort of managing expectations. There we go. I do plan to get through every classic Tomb Raider level and then Crystal Dynamics if I can, and let's make this a several year plan. And if you're in it for the long haul, welcome, great to have you, and I will see you in the very next one. I'm going to stop talking so you can go off and watch something else. Bye for now.